So, yes, this is Defense Grid. I did a FAQ for this one. It's like the only game I've ever written a FAQ for, and you just don't get tower defense games, eh?
I don't understand the value. I don't get the craze of it. Maybe I'm bad at them too. I mean, that persuades me in a certain direction anyways.
But you like puzzle games, correct?
I like games that I can figure out. I think the problem with tower defense is I feel like there's these linear paths that you have to do. So maybe like 3 or 4 different ways to do things.
Well,
you're scrolling a lot.
Well, I'm just trying to show around the level here, because like you said, there is one general path, and that's what they do. They start at where those arrows are on the bottom here, and then they'll go around to the right, up and around, and they'll grab those glowing objects on the left. They're basically my power source, and the more power sources I have sitting around, the more money I make, and the more money I make, the more towers I can put down. And right now they have these weak, pathetic little guys coming up, and I have only 2 towers I can put down. I can put down at the moment: gun ones and flame ones. And I can't upgrade them. I can't do anything special. All I can do is just sell them at the moment. But as the game goes on, it gets more and more complex. I get more towers, and you got to find just the right way to mix everything. And like certain towers work better in certain spots. You get
those guys are so tiny.
Well, you can zoom in too, but yeah, those are the basic little wee guys, and they basically come at you in a rush. But what they'll do sometimes too is have one big guy and a whole bunch of little guys around him. So if you're trying to kill him off, unless you have like area effect stuff going on, it's really difficult.
So if I'm losing my tower defense cherry, would this be a game that you'd recommend that I have my first time with?
Yes, this is actually like a great tower defense game. It has a lot of variety to it. If you have trouble with the game, you can go back a couple turns. And if you really screw up, you can keep on hitting that same button, and it'll go back.
Is that Jarvis?
Jarvis?
The computer voice. It sounds like Jarvis. Iron Man? Jarvis.
Yes, we'll call him Jarvis.
Let's call him Jarvier. He'll be the French Jarvis.
El Javier?
El Javier.
Well, we are Canadian, so I think that was horrible French accents we just did right there. But we are Canadian.
We're Canadian, but we're only partially Canadian.
Yeah, we're not really the French part, unfortunately.
We'll eat some more poutine. It'll help us out.
Oui.
So I have a question, Professor Tower Defense.
Go on.
I noticed that when you kill some of them, they start barfing out these purple souls. What exactly is that? Is that energy? Is that money? What's the point of that?
Right over there, like those glowing balls that they're grabbing right now. That's my power source. Yeah. And see in the top there how it says cores, and I got a green bar, and like over half it's yellow.
Yeah.
That's basically like if they run off that map with my cores, one of those bars will become red, and I can no longer get a silver or gold medal. I am regaled to the lowest of low levels. Even if I beat the low.
I remember this place.
But here they give me a little bit more variety. I get to play with laser towers.
Where I was uploaded. My body is somewhere. Ah, well, there's more to be left than of most people my age, I suppose.
That's so sad.
Now then, you've some new
I actually have
tricks to learn.
his voice turned off at the moment, but they do a great job of making the AI character very sad. And he goes on about raspberries a lot.
Why?
Because he's kind of nutty. He's been in AI storage for many, many years.
So this is sort of an idea on the nature of an AI. If it was kept in storage for this many years, and it had a multitude of things to look at, it would pick to research information about raspberries and questions about raspberries.
No, it's human form before it got uploaded into it. Really loved raspberries.
So it was just some weird guy who liked fruit with bugs in it.
Yes.
So okay, I'm just going to lay this out. I needed a moment to contemplate that. It is in my synopsis. I understand. This is a game where you are building towers to help and be helped by a raspberry-loving AI that was once a man.
Yes.
Is there anything you can add to that? Because I don't think it's strange enough yet.
Well, you know, if you stay on this wild ride of Defense Grid, you can see his whole personality, you know, but I don't want to spoil
He
anything.
gets more complex!
Oh yes, he is a deep and complex character. He has, you know, layers to him. He is like a raspberry. Where
Are there other fruit? Is that what you're getting at? There's other fruit that he enjoys?
well,
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. People need to find this stuff out.
that's just half the fun. Now, I don't know if you noticed in this one, see how my laser is shooting out a yellow beam there? In the
Yeah.
bottom? And he's yellow while all my other buildings are green?
Mm-hmm.
This level lets me upgrade stuff. And right there I did it. My little flame tower will now become 3 times as powerful. The upgrades
Alright.
let the single weak little thing, and when it goes back up to the top, you can kind of see how you can create paths for the opponent. So they might be able to go one way, and then you can change how they get to the cores. In the bigger maps, you get more options there. Like, see how I put the tower right in the center? They have to go around it.
Yeah.
In some levels, I can create multitude of paths where I create gigantic waves of mazes for them to go through that just bombard like 50 waves of opponents.
I just noticed that you did something. Did you just upgrade that other tower there?
The one in the front there?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you upgraded it and you weren't able to get those little midgets. That's what I'm calling them.
Well, basically, the very first form can be horrendously weak. Each wave, the opponents gain 0.1
Hang on.
times their hit points.
Haven't seen these before. That one's back
So,
and tagged and
wave...
Wait. Is there going to be a test?
Yes. I hope you have a calculator.
I don't. I don't have a calculator. And whoa, what's going on here?
Yes. I can view the opponents, and this is the big guy coming up, a Crasher. This is like one of the boss characters. They have 2 different types. Well, more than 2, really.
That was a boss?
He's grabbing my cores, and, yep, schmidt.
Oh.
And that's a weird trick with that
Oh.
laser tower in the bottom there. It can hit the ones in the front row, and it doesn't look like it can hit the top, but somehow it can.
Okay. Going heavy on the building, I see.
Well, I have 4 waves left to go, and if they're grabbing my cores and starting to come back, I might not kill enough in time, and what can happen is, if you kill off something carrying a core, and one of these guys would walk up and grab the core, they'll start heading back. So they won't go through all my maze of towers. They'll be able to make a shortcut back to this beginning.
So I noticed that there is slowdown specifically to help you kind of focus on things. Does it let you pause? Are you able to pause?
You can.
But it blacks out the screen, I'm assuming. You don't get to see anything?
Yes. But you can... I'm going at fast speed right now. You can hold down a button and speed through this. Normally they travel much slower.
Okay.
Because it's a 10-minute video, I didn't think you'd be wanting to sit here for 20.
I do enjoy sitting.
Well, it's a sport, you know.
For what I say about playing it, it may not be my thing, but I do rather enjoy watching just a lot of lasers.
It's a disco show.
Like, copious amounts of lasers. Let's keep some Canadian in there, and we'll call it a discotheque. There's 2 bosses?
Should we start getting some, you know how I do a great version of dubstep? I don't think people listening to this actually want to hear me do it, but...
No one wants to hear that yet.
Yes.
You need to give them time. I think I've heard that sound effect that just played. It's a Steam sound effect, isn't it? I think it is.
I might have got, something...
No, that's when he talks. It makes a Steam sound effect. I'm calling that. There may be a lawsuit involved. We may be providing evidence for a lawsuit.
Well,
And Valve doesn't need any more money.
well, Valve can always have more money.
What, can I have some of Valve's money? Shoot him!
He's escaping!
Shoot him!
There we go.
Shoot him!
And there we go. Defense grid.
Yay!
So what'd you think?
I I don't understand, but at least I enjoyed.